It's hardly surprising, considering the vast amounts of water that both flood into the fjords from the 7 metres of annual rainfall and the ebb and flow of the seawater from the open ocean, that below the waterline there exists marvels that match and often exceed those above it. Within the fjords there is an unusual reversing of water temperatures, otherwise known as a reverse thermocline. Cooler, fresh water, washed from the mountains and drained from the bush, sits as a top layer above the seawater for most of the year. Diving through this is a bit like dropping through a layer of wispy cloud until the magnificence below is revealed in startling clarity. Fiordland's marine environment is special and unique. A main feature is the black coral colonies. The world's largest population of black coral lives in the waters of Fiordland Sounds. Normally found at depths exceeding 50 metres, they can live here because of the dark fresh layer above, comfortably in as little as 8 metres. Some of the larger colonies are hundreds of years old. Snake stars live amongst their branches and festoon the colonies like coloured adornments. Rare marine life, much of it not found anywhere else in the world, is common here in Fiordland. One such species is the sea pen. Like the black corals, they also normally live in deep water. They inhabit areas of flowing currents and can swivel their foot to optimise feeding. They are a peculiar animal and are unlikely to be seen diving anywhere else in New Zealand. Red coral, again more likely to be found in depths of around 150 metres, can be found in isolated pockets. They are one of the few hard corals in Fiordland. All over the fjords, slips frequently send rock, debris and vegetation plunging into the sea. They make interesting features and also attract a wide variety of marine life. The variety of dive sites is huge. Wall dives predominate, but kelp forests near the open sea are also common, where many creatures can be found. If observant enough, the brilliantly coloured nudibranch, Jacinth mirabilis, can be found grazing on hydroids. Giant yellow starfish appear often where sea urchins and mussels are found, and tube anemones have the ability to retract when disturbed. The marine environment here supports more than 60 species of fish. Sea perch or jock stewarts are some of the most common. Sand sharks turn up occasionally. Red cod can be found in dark caves and under overhangs. And spiny dogfish nosy in wherever there is action. Blue cod are prolific in most parts of Fiordland. They are curious and audacious, and are willing to go to almost any lengths to get food. Terakihi and trumpeter are two popular fish sought by anglers. Smaller bait fish enter the sounds at certain times of the year, often coinciding with increased seal activity. New Zealand's first shipwreck in 1795 went down in Dusky Sound. There have been quite a number since. One of the most recent was the Ranganui. It is a wonderful dive, but quite deep, so requires careful planning. and all manner of things can be found around such a large feature. Another great wreck dive in Dusky Sound is the Waikari. She struck an uncharted rock in 1910 and eventually sank off Stop Island. It lies in a comfortable depth and still offers an element of discovery and exploration. It's known that fishing buffs sometimes get carried away. In Fiordland, it's taken to new extremes. Night diving is popular. Even on moorings further up the sounds, there are plenty of spectacular dive sites and interesting marine life. Scallops live in sandy, sheltered bays. And paua also inhabit quiet, shallow waters. Finding a feed of either is not too difficult. For many divers, the ultimate quarry is crayfish. Good numbers exist along most of the coastline, with occasional spots carrying numbers that make the eyes boggle. Dive places in the world that can rank beside Fiordland. Famous French dive explorer Jacques Cousteau rated Fiordland in his top 10 sites. Everything about Fiordland is unique and wondrous.